Allison Kelly, who's the Assistant Director of Horticulture at the South Carolina Botanical Garden up in Clemson. And we are at your newest garden. I believe this is the birding garden.
Yes, the birding garden was developed in collaboration with the South Carolina Botanical Garden and the architecture department here at Clemson University. Dan Harding worked with our landscape architect at the time, Shannon Barrett, and his students developed this incredible structure. And it's to help our community members come in and just stop, look, and listen to the birds. They were already here every morning, and they were just looking up in the birds, and we thought, this would be a great place.
And I believe that these young architectural students, who are like young kids everywhere, are very ecologically and sustainability driven. And that fits in with y'all's goal too, I believe.
That's right. Our mission and our vision. We need biodiversity. We need to work with recycled materials and also realize that we need to have a diverse population of plants to bring in a diverse population of birds, animals, and so forth.
And you have a diverse population of birders that have really enjoyed coming here.
Yes.
And for recycling, I just think this is the coolest thing. You'll have this giant parking lot down here, and you didn't knit every square inch of asphalt. So tell us some of the cool things you've done.
Yes, the students decided to repurpose this parking area, take material we didn't need, and instead use it as a wall, and then insert different sedums, various plantings of sedums.
You said already this was a great place for birds, and you'd notice birders were here. This is there's water near here. What do birds need for their needs? What are the needs they have to be met?
Sure. They need water, of course, and we have the nearby creek, but also a water, fountain, yes, if you will, in here. But they also need food. So we have berries and seeds, plants that allow those, provide those services. And then they need nesting materials. So we have lots of grasses and things of that nature that they can use for nesting materials. And then, of course, we have the evergreen trees along the back, and that provides the shelter during those cold months.
And I was speaking with one of the birders, and he was directing me to the hackberry tree, which was already here. He said that because hackberries have so many insects on them, that the warblers are just divinely happy right now, eating little aphids off the trees. And just the dearest, he said it's just been the most exciting for them to see as they're in their migration.
Yes, between hackberries and oaks, they provide a tremendous amount of diversity for insects. So, and birds, really, we need to plant gardens not just for the birds, but for those insects, because it's just a whole cycle.
It certainly is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, the hackberry is tremendous. And we have tremendous oaks all around as well. So those provide a lot of food for the insects and the birds.
And then they showed me, and I looked, this Salvia leucantha, which, because you have a lot of things you've planted for beauty for the people who come. And this is just an insect, magnet, but also the hummingbirds were just, I've never seen anything like it.
I know it.
They've just been getting a double dose of breakfast.
Yes, we have a couple of varieties of salvia, but the grasses provide the seed heads. As we get into the winter months, they're going to need that seed.
You've got beautiful grasses, so let's talk about some of them. Yeah. They're just exquisite for me to look at. I mean, I just love the beauty of them there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have our native. Well, they're all native grasses, okay? But our state grass, the Indian grass, is a tremendous source of seeds for our birds. But we also have a couple of species of muley grass, some that are native here to the southeast, and some that are native more to Texas, the southwest area.
And it just gives such a wonderful diversity of texture and heights in this garden, even though it's a teeny little garden compared to the 200 acres you have all around you.
Right.
It's just, and then also, we don't think of green and white as being colors, but this time of year we see there is a lot of color in the grasses.
Oh, yes, with the midribs of the white of this Tripsicum grass here.
Yes.
And also the various seed color heads and the misty, fine cloud appearance of the muley grass seed heads. It's just spectacular in the sun of the morning and in the evening sun as it drifts through the seed heads. It's spectacular.
And you have some passion vine, which is
Oh.
half eaten up now, which is just what you want.
Exactly. The passion vine is great for the Gulf fritillary caterpillars. Yes, they've eaten that thing up. But now they've transformed into these beautiful butterflies.
That we're seeing all around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then silphium cup plant is just so much fun. Tell people about how miraculous nature is in having those leaves and what those leaves can hold in them.
The leaves actually fuse around the stem, and then hence its common name, cup plant, holds the water. So not only does it provide the seed heads at the top, but then it holds some of the water source for some of those other little birds too.
And we were looking at them, and they're just the seed hulls are in it because the flower, when it's a member of it's a DYA.
Aster, yes.
Except this was pretty easy to identify. And so it's got just thousands or hundreds of little seeds in each flower head, I believe.
Yes, that's exactly right. The aster family is known for its many, many types of seeds, but also those disc and ray flowers. Most people just associate that with a daisy look. And we have several of those, the cup plant and also the coreopsis that we have over here. But we also have the scabiosa.
Whoa!
Yeah, the butterfly, the pincushion flowers. So we have a lot of those.
And then also for beauty, we have beautyberry. I haven't seen a lot of birds eat beautyberry, but we have, people are animals too. And so you're planning to attract the birds, but you have certain things that are just to bring joy to our hearts. And the beautyberry, which is, of course, native, is such a gorgeous plant.
It is. And too, it provides some cover as well. But it's when we get down into those dire months of January and February, and they say, okay,
I'm going to eat my rutabagas.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
I think that's kind of how, but that's good because it holds its fruits for a long time. And they are there when the birds need something else to
That's
eat.
right. That's right.
Allison, there's a interesting use of materials that they brought in. So let's talk a little about the rails in the bird house.
Yes. Well, first of all, the ramp here is ADA compliant so that we can have any visitor come, drive up here in this parking lot, can roll or walk or crawl if they want, and up to our bird house. And there are also some binoculars that are up there, so they can just check out the birds from any vantage point here at the wall or up there. But yes, the repurposed materials and the materials used are designed to kind of mimic nature, the bird feathers around the shed, the birdhouse, if you will, and also the railings. It kind of blends in. It's not going to stand out like stainless steel.
It's that wonderful corten steel that just kind of rusts and takes on its own life. And then the birdhouse with its wonderful feathers that are brown, and have that, and they're not all the same color because things age at different times. And then the green that you've used, it just mimics the garden. It's just remarkable.
Yes, all these different layers provide a lot of different structure, not just for the eye, but also for the birds.
The South Carolina Botanical Garden is 200 acres of just magic. It's already a bird sanctuary, but this has just been so fun because it's a place where the people can come and really watch, specific birds, and it's a place for them to make friends and see their friends who have similar interests, which is a whole part of what y'all are doing here. You're trying to connect community and the environment, and bring awareness of the natural world. And I think it's open and very accessible here because I don't think y'all are closed down very much.
That's right. We're open 365 days a year, and from sunrise to sunset. And what's really magical is that it's free. That's the most important part.
It really is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful place. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to share this newest garden with us.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing with everyone.